Man, oh man, oh man. It just seems like everybody outside of the Washington Commanders fan base and organization wants to see us fail, as Pat McAfee is the newest victim. Let's talk about it.
I feel blessed. What I want.
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty love again now. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
Follow me on Twitch at ChewyIRL, as that's where I will be live streaming the games anytime the Washington Commanders play. I'll stream the game yesterday versus the New York Jets, and I know some people probably was like, Juan, where are you at? I'm over on Twitch. So go ahead and give me a follow. And then secondly, join the Discord server, as I finally got one up and running, and we already got a couple people in here. It's going to be a place where you can have fun and be your authentic self. Enjoy the rest of the video. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about Pat McAfee and his show, talking about could this be the downfall of Jayden Daniels' rookie year. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Also, big announcement, okay? The Chewy IRL channel is now going to be a sports reaction channel. So I'm going to be reacting to all the NFL games this season, all the college football games this season. I'm going to start it off by reacting to Colorado and North Dakota State game. So go ahead and subscribe to Chewy IRL YouTube channel. That link is down in the description. We're going to be in lit over there, okay? And then also, like I said before, and like you said in the intro, follow the Twitch. That is where I'm going to be live streaming the Washington Commanders games every single Sunday. All right, let's get to it. So, dang, man. It's looking like Pat McAfee and his crew are already talking about how bad we can be, or how bad Jayden Daniels has it. Instead of talking about, could Jayden Daniels be good? How Jayden Daniels come in Rookie of the Year? Could he do this? Could he do that? No, the first thing they resort to is talking negative about it. So, let's go ahead and waste no more time and listen to what Pat McAfee and his squad has to say about the Washington Commanders.
Last year, Sam Howell was sacked 65 times. Bryce Young was sacked 62 times. The next closest after those were 45 times. The Commanders also led in quarterback pressures and quarterback pressure percentage. The O-line was terrible. So which leads to my question to Jayden Daniels. I saw in the preseason he's throwing the ball like 1.8 seconds, which would be the fastest of all time in the NFL. So do you think Cliff knows that as far as the O-line situation, and what could we think? What are our expectations for Daniels coming here rookie season starting?
Well, I think Cliff's smart enough to know that, he can't do what the Washington Commanders did last year. That was malpractice to call that many pass plays, to not try to include the run, to get the quarterback killed, to not have answers for certain blitzes that they didn't have answers. I mean, I think I watched Sam Howell play last week against Tennessee, and he's still reeling from all those hits he had. And Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator, he took great pride. Look, Andy Reid would be proud of me. I'm calling all these passes. No, Andy Reid wants to manage the game. You got to manage the game to give your players the best chance to win the game. Calling passes isn't exactly the best strategy when you can't protect. So I do think Cliff's smart enough to balance this out. And look, the Daniels is a tough guy to defend because he can run the ball. He gained 1,000 yards at LSU. The ball's going to come out of his hands quickly, but they're going to run it. They're going to be in a tight end, will be on the field. I do think they'll try to blend and incorporate. Look, I'm not saying first down run, second down run, pass. No, I think there's going to be some balance, which you have to have to protect the kid. You can't put this guy in a situation where all of a sudden the onus of winning comes onto his shoulders, and I think that's too unfair. This line's not good enough either. They've improved it, but it's not anywhere near where the Detroit line is. I mean, Jared Goff stands back there. There's nobody around. He's got a table for two. He can throw it whenever he wants.
So I want to say I agree with some of the things he said, right? No, you can't put it all on Jayden Daniels' shoulder. And that's where I believed we failed last year under the last regime with Sam Howell. I think Sam Howell has a lot of talent, and I think he can be a starting quarterback in this league. You guys know how I feel about Sam Howell, but I do think this last regime ruined him by making him drop back so many times, by abandoning the running game, by having him throw 40, 50 times a game, him getting hit every single play. As you heard, got sacked more than Bryce Young last year. But here's the difference with him and Jayden Daniels, okay? Obviously, Jayden Daniels is a guy that was drafted the number 2 overall pick, a Heisman Trophy winner, a guy that is prepared for this, played at the highest level and succeeded at the highest level of college football in the SEC, a guy that has had 5 years of college football dating back to 2019 in Arizona, Arizona State. He knows what he's doing. He's seeing a lot of football. Okay, Jayden Daniels is number 2 overall pick for a reason. You talked about Cliff Kingsbury and how he plans on using this offense, and how Jayden Daniels is getting the ball out 1.8 seconds, and how fast that is, fastest in the NFL. Well, I want to say, I think part of that is Cliff Kingsbury's offense. However, also part of that is just the skill set of Jayden Daniels. He has a clock going off in his head, and he knows he can't hold on to the ball forever, especially playing in the NFL. And like that's why I say him playing in the SEC against Alabama, against Florida, Georgia, Missouri, all these SEC teams. That is the next closest level to the NFL. So him playing against all those teams over the years has prepared him for this opportunity, and that's why he looks so polished in all of his preseason performances. Every single drive we've had under Jayden Daniels in the preseason has resulted in positive gain, and honestly should have resulted in scoring drives if we had a field goal kicker at the time that was capable of putting points onto the board. Jayden Daniels have proven to be ready for the show. Hence as to why the coach gave him the keys right away. Jayden Daniels has an offensive line that is nowhere near as bad as Sam Howell. I mean, nowhere near. Okay, obviously, it's not the best in the world, right? But you go from tackle to tackle. You have on the left side potentially Brandon Coleman, who's a 3rd-round rookie who they believe in. I've been beating the door down all summer long about how I feel like we need to address the left tackle position, and the Washington Commanders front office, Adam Peters, Dan Quinn, has simply ignored my cries for a left tackle because they believe in Brandon Coleman's ability to potentially be the left tackle of the future. Then you go behind him to Cornelius Lucas. Cornelius Lucas is the swing tackle that's been over here for years now. He could play left and right tackle, and I'm comfortable with Cole Luke starting at left or right tackle if we need that to happen. Then you go inside to the interior. Nick Algreedy is an upgrade over anything that we've had over the past couple years at left guard, and we definitely are going to be much better with him than we are without him. Last year, it cannot get no worse. I mean, just a couple years ago, we had Trey Turner. Oh my God, Trey Turner was so bad. Trey Turner, Nick Gates, just a whole bunch of trash inside in the interior. And now we have guys that are capable of turning it around. I've been hearing a lot of Dallas fans tell me how bad Tyler Biotish is and all this and all that. Man, like, I get it, okay? He's probably not the best, but again, he can't be no worse than Trey Turner and Nick Gates. You know what I'm saying? I love Wes Schweitzer, but Wes Schweitzer true colors showed at some point. Like, he can't be no worse than those guys, right? Then you go over to the right side where I think our money is made, specifically at the right guard position in Sam Cosmi, who is our best offensive lineman, and I think he's going to be due for a second contract here at the end of this season. Sam Cosmi is really good. Andrew Wiley is really my only concern on this line, and honestly, you could take him out for Cornelius Lucas, as I mentioned before, if you're not confident in his abilities to perform. This line is obviously not better than Detroit Lions. Shout out to my man Dez. It's obviously not better, but they built that line through free agency and through the draft with getting a guy like Frank Ragnow at their center, Penei Sewell, amongst others. That offensive line is really good, so obviously it's not up there with Detroit. But if you pay attention to what we've been building over the course of this offseason and over the course of free agency and training camp and through the draft, we have a capable offensive line that's able to go out there and hold their own. Obviously, this is not Eric Bieniemy, so we don't have to worry about Jayden Daniels dropping back 50 plus times to throw the ball. Obviously, I honestly would even say Detroit Lions offensive line couldn't hold up for that long if your quarterback is dropping back for 40, 50 passes a game. Of course, your offensive line is going to get beat. Of course, your offensive line is going to look trash. Of course, your quarterback is going to look like he's saying ghost because you're passing the ball so much. That's why I solely put really majority of the blame of last year's failures on the coaching. Eric Bieniemy. Cliff Kingsbury is not like that. You look at Cliff Kingsbury's track record, okay, he's always had a loaded backfield, whether it's David Johnson or Chase Edmonds there in Arizona. At USC, Caleb Williams and those backs there were really solid. Like, he's had always a good running game and a good run scheme. And you could see coming out early, and even though it's vanilla, you see how heavy the pistol formation is going to be used in Cliff Kingsbury's offense. I think majority of the time we'll be out of the pistol. And the last time that we was out of the pistol, that was RG3 and Alfred Morris. Okay, so could this be our modern day RG3 and Alfred Morris with Jayden Daniels and Brian Robinson? Potentially could be, because similar to back in 2012, we hammered home the pistol formation. That is what we're in majority of the time in Cliff Kingsbury's offense. So it's always going to have a running back in the backfield. You're going to always have that threat of the running game with Jayden Daniels' legs, with Brian Robinson's running ability, with the guy like Austin Eckler still back there. And even if you do decide to pass the ball, it doesn't always have to be a drop back 5 yards deep routes. Okay, you have a guy like Brian Robinson who has a immense ability to catch the ball in the backfield. Austin Eckler, who's one of the best third down backs in NFL generation history, this generation, he's really good too, right? You have a guy that they brought up this past 53-man roster, and Jeremy McNichols, who I honestly don't know too much about. I would rather keep Michael Wiley, but from his preseason games, he looks like he can run solid. His pass catching is okay. We have 3 backs that we're really comfortable with. Okay, then you have the safety blankets over at the tight end position with Zach Ertz, Ben Sinnott, who we think is going to be really good and be a guy that we believe in for the next years or so, and tight end of the future. Guy John Bates is a really good pass blocker. This offense has weapons. Obviously, we just brought in Noah Brown for the wide receiver position, who has the ability to do the dirty work, run blocker, go up and climb the ladder kind of catch, underneath routes. His rack yards are insane. Like, we have weapons. We have talent on this roster, and I know it starts up front, but to be honest with you, my man, I'm not that concerned about the offensive line after seeing it in the preseason and how well we performed. Even though we were vanilla majority of the times, I have no concerns that this offensive line is going to be solid and be able to hold its own. Now I want to take a quick pause into today's video and give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the place for you if you're looking to go to any Commanders game or any live event coming up. And right now only, you can get $20 off your first purchase by punching in the promo code JuanGotti on SeatGeek. Again, $20 off your first purchase by punching in the promo code JuanGotti on SeatGeek to get $20 off your purchase. Now let's just say you already bought your tickets, but you need parking at FedEx Field or Northwest Federal Credit Union Stadium or whatever live event you're going to. You're going to need parking. Well, that same promo code JuanGotti can get you $20 off your parking. Go ahead and use it while you can, because it is a LTD. It is a limited time offer. So go ahead and take advantage before it runs away. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Again, this was the video that we were reacting to. Could this be the downfall of Jayden Daniels' rookie season? On the Pat McAfee Show YouTube channel, and I just gave you guys the rundown on why I don't think so. I think offensively we're talented enough to hold our own. I think we have a play caller that's smart enough to know to balance it out and not have your quarterback dropping back 50 plus times, because that would kill any young quarterback's confidence. I think we're fine. I think we're in good hands, and I'm excited. Just in a week, we'll finally be able to put all this speculation to bed and see Jayden Daniels debut. Alrighty, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy out there. Enjoy the weekend. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Want to road to 8,000 subscribers. So I'd be greatly appreciated if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy. Peace.